Hi. So you're thinking about selling your home, and you know that the Veterans Administration will guarantee a loan with no money down, no closing costs to active military members or veterans of the military service. So you're thinking maybe I'll sell to a vet, and I'm very patriotic also, and I want to thank them for their service to our country. So I'm going to sell to a vet, and it'll be relatively easy. However, there are some requirements that the VA requires versus a conventional loan. So let me tell you about them. I'm going to read them to you. The VA requires that the home have working electric, heating, and cooling systems. So you can't have a house where the furnace hasn't worked in the wintertime. You guys know that the furnace doesn't work, so everybody wears sweaters or walks around with socks and a blanket. No, it has to be fixed. The same with the cooling system. In the summer, you can't say, well, it's hot, so we're going to open the windows and fan because we know the air conditioner is not working. It's got to work. It has to have an adequate roofing that will last for the foreseeable future. So no climbing up on the roof and putting a tarp up and putting some rocks and bricks and hoping that it will hold. No, the roof has to be in decent shape that doesn't look like it's going to need a new roof in a couple of years. The house has to be a sufficient size for basic living necessities. So, what that means is it can't be like a little teeny converted detached garage that's now made into a house, and it doesn't have a designated bedroom with a closet and a window to escape if need be. It has to be a house that's of a decent size for a family to live in. It has to have clean and continuous water supply with sanitary facilities. So, no living off the land. I'm going to go and get a bucket and scoop out some water from the river. It has to have clean water and it has to have plumbing. No going out back to the outhouse. It needs to have a working bathroom. It has to be free of lead based paint. So, properties that were constructed prior to 1978 majority of them had lead based paint. And um, so, you have to make sure that your home that you're offering, if it was built in 1978 or prior, that it does not have none of the surfaces are painted with lead based paint. It has to be free of wood destroying insects, fungus, and dry rot. And so, what that means is, well, you know what dry rot is, you know what fungus among us is. Some houses have so much moisture in between the walls that mushrooms and stuff has started growing and mold, and so it has to be free of all of that. And the wood destroying pests are termites and carpenter ants and carpenter beetles, so it cannot have an active infestation of those critters. It has to have a safe and sanitary sewage disposal. Again, you need to have some indoor plumbing that works. Okay. It has to be accessible from all weather public or private street. So it can't be in the woods somewhere where you go off the street and go down the trail, and when you get to this boulder you turn left and then you walk a few more yards and you should be able to see the house in the no, that's not going to work. It has to be accessible from the street. Okay. In all kind of weather. And lastly, your attics and your crawl spaces must be accessible, and they must be properly vented. You can't have the attic that has the covering over it and it's been nailed shut and nobody's been up there for years, and then once you go up there, it's all closed off. It has to have ventilation. It has to have, the thing that sits on the top that swirls around the ventilation. So anyway, if you're a seller, your house has to have these items in order for you to sell it with the Veterans Administration guaranteeing the loan for the military member. So if you need me to help you with selling your home, and not only VA, we can sell it conventional, we can sell it FHA where you don't have as many restrictions, just call me 510-853-5764. Thanks.